Welcome back to Grandpa's Time. Hey, grandkids. I'm going to try this again. I had a little trouble. I just recorded this video and checked it out, and there was no audio because I'm still getting used to this microphone. It's kind of a cheap one, but it seems to capture the sound a little bit better than not using it, at least where I'm at right now. Anyway, I wanted to talk today about personal responsibility. I see lots of people all the time blame other people for their problems and what's wrong with their lives. And most of the time, it's your own fault. People don't like to hear that. You might not even like hearing that right now. But most of the time, things that are going wrong with your life are your fault. I don't have enough money. Why don't you have enough money? What mistakes are you making that you don't have enough money? What could you do to make more money or to have more money? Money's a big one, so I brought that up. But, I hear people say it's my parents' fault, it's my boss's fault, it's the government's fault, it's God's fault. I mean, okay, it's my brother's or sister's fault, it's Grandpa's fault. Well, most of the time it's your fault. Or you just think about what you're doing and be honest with yourself and say, what could I do to change this situation? Don't like the politics of the area you live in? Move. Or become political and do something about it. Get involved. Don't like I can give you a bunch of examples. If you don't like how much money you're making, ask for more money. Maybe think about starting your own side business. Maybe think about getting a better job. Don't have the skills? Get the skills. What can you do to improve your life? Stop making excuses. Stop blaming other people. Take personal responsibility for your own issues. I hope you guys get something out of this video and it gets you thinking. And if you get mad at Grandpa, that's okay. But I really want you to think about what you're doing. If there's something going wrong in your life, what could you do to improve it? Maybe it's just spiritual. Maybe you need to get your butt to church. If it's something about your boss, if you can't do anything about it, then maybe it's time to find a new job. Most things we can fix ourselves. Medically, okay, you could say, oh, well, what about medically? All right, well, there's some things medically that you may not have a say in. Genetically, you might be predisposed to having heart trouble. Well, okay, but can I do anything about it to make it a little better? My knees hurt. Well, could I lose 10 pounds? And maybe my knees won't hurt so much. How do I keep from getting diabetes? Well, don't eat so much junk. I'm simplifying this, but I think that you probably get the point. You're all smart kids. So, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon. I just wanted to add one thing. I feel like this video on personal responsibility isn't done. I just want you to think about it like this. So I'm not saying that everything is your fault all the time. If somebody gets cancer, they can't help that. If they're a minor and they still live with their parents and they can't control everything that happens to them, I get that. But if you get a D in school, it's your fault. It's not anybody else's fault. Maybe nobody helped you and you feel like, oh, it's the teacher's fault. They don't like me. They've got it out for me. But did you do all your homework and did you get good grades on the tests and then you still got a D, then that's a problem. I'm just trying to say that I understand that not every single thing is always going to be your fault. But think about a good example is I was complaining about an auto repair shop today and some work they did on my truck. And I said, well, okay, it's their fault, but did I do enough research on the auto repair shops? Did I look at reviews? And okay, well, they were a new shop, so I wasn't really sure. And okay, maybe I could have taken it to the dealership and paid more, probably, but I could have done a little more work myself and done the work myself, and then I wouldn't have had anybody to blame but myself at the end either if it was wrong. There was some work that I didn't feel like I was capable of doing, so I had a shop do it. But the point being is that there were other options and I didn't take them. So I'm complaining about the shop and it's their fault. And yeah, you know, it is their fault to a point, but there's some personal responsibility that I need to take too. I hope that makes sense. So anyway, thanks for watching.